Hello, and welcome to the Demoette series for TIBCO Data Virtualization, or TDV. Demoettes are brief instructional videos that demonstrate specific features of TDV. In this demoette, we discuss the use of Impala as a data source. Here is our agenda. We begin by defining Impala data sources and outlining their importance for our customers. Next, we walk through a very basic demo of using Impala as a data source. Finally, we summarize the contents of this demoette. Let's begin by discussing what Impala data sources are and why they are important for our customers. Impala is a query engine that runs on Hadoop. It enables users to issue low-latency SQL queries to data stored in HDFS and HBase without requiring data movement or transformation. Impala data sources are important to our customers for two reasons. First, customers want to use TDV to expose Impala data as relational tables or web services, enabling this data to be consumed by familiar data query tools. Second, customers do not want to be limited to seeing Impala data in isolation. They want to use TDV to join it with data from other enterprise data sources. Next, let's walk through a very basic demo of using an Impala data source. Here is the business problem that we illustrate in this demo. This enterprise maintains data in an Impala-enabled Hadoop instance. We need to bring this data into TDV so that it can be integrated with other enterprise data sources and published to data consumers as a virtual database or as a set of web services. Before you begin this demo, you must place the needed drivers into the Impala 2.0 folder. The Impala values file circled here is already in the folder, but the other files shown here must be added. These files are detailed in the TDV administration guide. To create an Impala data repository, we use the Cloudera Quick Start virtual machine as shown here. For this demoette, we chose a VirtualBox VM. Here are the details of the VirtualBox VM. To fix an error message from VirtualBox, increase the display memory to 16 megabytes. For network settings, use a bridged adapter and select the appropriate physical adapter for your host machine. Use Allow All for promiscuous mode, and be sure that Cable Connected is checked. These settings will allow your VM to connect to the Internet and will enable IP communication between your host and the VM. Now start the VM and define a static IP address for it. Navigate to System, Preferences, Network Connections. Select System ETH0 and click Edit. On the IPv4 Settings tab, define an IP address in the same local network as your host and use the same gateway and DNS server that your host uses. Save your work and restart the VM. Now you must click on this VM desktop icon to run a one-time script that launches Cloudera Manager for the first time. After this runs, you should be able to run both Cloudera Manager and Hue. Go to the Metastore Manager in Hue and browse the sample data that is supplied. We are ready to begin the demo. Open TDV Studio, select New Data Source, and select Impala 2.0. Name the data source and supply the IP address of the Cloudera VM. Use the supplied defaults for port and database name. The Cloudera Impala interface is not secured, so you may leave login and password blank. Click Create and introspect. Introspect both of the tables in the default schema. Now open one of the introspected tables and display its data. We have used Impala to retrieve data from a Hadoop instance. The Impala data is now ready to be joined with any other enterprise data in TDV and published as a virtual database or web service. Our demo is complete. Let's summarize what we have seen in this presentation. Impala is a query engine that runs on Hadoop. It enables users to issue low-latency SQL queries to data stored in HDFS and HBase without requiring data movement or transformation. Impala data sources are important to our customers for two reasons. First, customers want to use TDV to expose Impala data as relational tables or web services, enabling this data to be consumed by familiar data query tools. Second, customers do not want to be limited to seeing Impala data in isolation. They want to use TDV to join it with data from other enterprise data sources. Thank you.